Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Chandra
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit ki jai.
Jai
Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai
Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai.
Jai
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 7. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tour of South India. In this, yesterday we read that Mahaprabhu finally got permission from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya first said, "My Lord, please stay for some more days." By some unknown fortune, maybe because of some pious activities or what, I don't know, I got your association, the most invaluable association, and now this fate is mercilessly taking this away from me. I can't bear this. Please stay for some more days. So Mahaprabhu relented. So he stayed back. He was going to leave, but he said, okay, I'll stay back. So Mahaprabhu stayed for 5 more days. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya took that opportunity to serve prasadam, invited Mahaprabhu and, his wife, Shati Mata, cooked, I think Shatir Mata. She cooked and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya served him prasadam like that. And then finally, when it was time to go, after 5 days, Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath temple to take permission from Lord Jagannath, and he offered obeisances in front of in front of Jagannath. He was looking at Jagannath begging for permission, and at that time the pujari brought garlands, maha garlands of Jagannath and Prasad. The Lord became jubilant that now I got permission from Jagannath, now I can go. So taking his devotees, he circumambulated the altar of Jagannath. Then he prepared to leave. So he went, he started to walk along the seashore to go to South India. So the devotees were accompanying him. And meanwhile, so they were walking and they reached, I think, Alalanath or maybe on the way. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sent Gopinath Acharya home, saying that I kept 4 sets of outer cloth for Mahaprabhu and I think 4 copines also. So you go and bring them. And also there's some Jagannath Mahaprasad. You can take the help from my Brahmana, the Vipra. He can carry that for you and you bring it. So Gopinath Acharya went and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was accompanying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At Alalanath, uh, uh, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya begged Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he said, this he said for sure, that I have one request to make of you. I'm just wondering if he said that you are independent and you will do what you want. Let me check. But he said this point that I have one request, and I will be, I will be very grateful if you can fulfill my request. What is that? When you go to South India, please, you must meet with, oh no, there is a very important government official called Ramananda Rai in the city of Vidyanagar on the banks of river Godavari. So that city Vidyanagar is today called Porbandar, a different Porbandar than the Porbandar in Gujarat. This is in South India. So there you must, please, you must meet on my, request. You must certainly meet this Ramananda Rai. Don't neglect him. Don't ignore my words, or don't ignore him. Don't neglect him, thinking that he's a Vishayi, a materialist, or that he's a Shudra. So there in the purport we read elaborately, Srila Prabhupada explains about this caste called Karana. Karana in Orissa
Karan,
is
Karan.
the Karana is the same as Kayastha in Bengal, and they are actually from the Shudra community, but they are highly educated, right? They have high educational qualifications, and even now you will see they are all professionals like lawyers, like that Srila Prabhupada explains. So Ramananda Rai belonged to this Karana community, which is equivalent to the Kayastha community of Bengal. So Mahaprabhu is sannyasi. No, and here is a person who is from a grihastha. He's a grihastha. That too, a government official. That means dealing with material energy a lot, right? With power, with money, right? Like that. Uh, and it's easy to consider that he's a materialistic person. So don't neglect him. That was his request. You must meet with Ramananda Rai. So that's where we stopped yesterday. Let us see what happened after that. I just want to quickly go back and see what else Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said. I don't want to miss any details. That's all. Yeah, he didn't say. See, I have one final request. That's all. Yeah. So you are independent. That was said by Nityanand Prabhu, not Gopinath Acharya. Okay. So now, what is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya saying? Tomara sangera yogya teho eka jan prithvi te rasika bhakta nahi tara sama. Acha, if you remember, why now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is asking Mahaprabhu to meet with Ramananda Rai? Why now? So also we read there, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is the governor for South India, and South India was also under the rule of Prataprudra Maharaj, whose kingdom is in Jagannath Puri. He is the king, and for South India, Ramananda Rai was the governor. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is also in Jagannath Puri, and he is like the priest for he has connection with the king, Prataprudra Maharaj, and Prataprudra Maharaj's governor is Ramananda Rai. That means they must have met on several occasions before. But at that time, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a Mayavadi philosopher. It is only after meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he became a pure devotee, and now he understands the glory of bhakti. generally, what is the impression of the Mayavadis? What do the Mayavadis think of the devotees? That they are not, they're sentimentalists. They're not so advanced. Those who study Vedanta, they're very advanced because it takes, to understand the Vedanta philosophy, you have to be really, advanced. Even the Vedas, not everyone is qualified to study the Vedas. You have to be a Vipra. Uh, you have to be a Dvija, twice born. Hmm? Only then you are even given that education. So those who are born in Shudra class, they are not eligible. But Puranas, everyone can hear. There is no qualification as such. Although Puranas are also from the Vedas, it's not like Puranas are less important or less transcendental. It's not like that. Exactly, same stock. Vedas and Puranas are coming from the same stock. Just they're taken out from one stock and separated like that. Puranas, Itihasas, Vedas, they're all the same, completely transcendental. But for Puranas, you don't need this Dvijatvam. You don't have to be twice born to understand Puranas. And Puranas are in the form of stories, whereas Vedas are in the form of mantras. Now, to decode the mantras and to understand what it is saying, you have to have that type of training. And for that training, also, there has to be some pre qualification. For Puranas, no. Even women or those who are not educated, right? The Shudras, the Dvijabandhus, merchants, everyone can actually hear. And they can also benefit. They can also get the highest perfection. Hmm? What was that verse in Bhagavad Gita? Uh, what is that verse? That one who surrenders to me, even if he's a woman, or ninth chapter, Bhagavad Gita. You remember the verse? Um, even
Ninth
women,
chapter.
towards the end, it will come.
Towards the end. Let me see.
Stris, Vaishyas, and Dvijabandhus, they can also attain to the highest perfection. If they engage in pure devotional service, they can also come to the highest perfection.
Manmanava.
Before that.
Manmanava Madbhakta. That's not the.
Before that.
Before that, actually. Okay.
Mam
Is
chayo avyam
Kim
no.
Puna Mam Hi Partha
Vyapashritya
Vyapaharistya Yepis Papa
yonayaha
Yonaya
striyo
Striyo
vaishyas
Vaishyas
tatha
Tata
shudras
Sudras Tepi
te
Yanti
piyanti
Param Gatim.
param gatim. Yes. Yes. What was the beginning, Mataji? Mam?
Mam Hi Partha
Mam hi partha
Vyapasritya.
vyapashritya. Yes.
O son of Partha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaisya, merchants, and Sudras workers can attain the supreme destination.
Yes. So normally this class, the Striyo Vaishyas Tatha Shudras, they are not eligible to study because, and why they are not eligible to study? There is a qualification to be able to recite the month. It's very complicated. That
That
Sanskrit is,
pronunciation also, Mata.
yes,
Lots of times is if they are not, I'm sorry to say, if they are not Vaishnava or Brahmins, the pronunciation is little changes their pronunciation.
yes,
I found
and
it from that.
it's true. Actually, it is true. There is explanation also.
The
This
accent, it's not clear. They won't
because it
get
is
that.
more actually. There's much more detail now. It's now how many sounds do we have for a? You have a long vowel and a short vowel, isn't it? You
Yeah.
say a or a. Actually, this a, we think there's two sounds.
Two letters.
A.
Two letters.
It's not only two. Each one, that a has again three levels
Sound,
in the throat.
sound comes from the throat.
3 levels in the throat.
Throat.
And each sound that is made has a particular meaning.
Yeah.
And that also further again, so overall it comes to 18 different sounds of just one A. A has 18 different sounds.
That's
now,
true.
for someone to make such sounds, they need those such samskaras. That's why first that dvijatvam is given. First you have to become a dvija, qualified. Upanayana samskara has to be given. And after that, by that there is purification. After that samskara, then you can actually be trained. So it is not possible for everyone to do. But
see, if we say like that, there will be another caste feelings will come. So I don't know how to tell that, because even training also, you have to be little Dvija, twice Brahmin, twice that thing, and Dvija. But if you say like that, people might hurt. They don't like that. But that is a fact from the
it is a fact.
these
Shastra.
things, Shastras. That is the fact.
Yes. So that is why I'm going to do this course called Shastra Pramana coming up soon. So if they have some problem accepting it, they can come and attend the course, and all questions will be answered.
It's a very delicate thing.
Yes, but it will be proved.
That is a fact.
Scientifically, through Shastra only it will be proved. It's not that this is my vision or this is my opinion, someone else's opinion. No. First of all, Shastra will be established as the highest authority, and then after it is established as the highest authority, anyone, it doesn't matter who he is, will have to accept it. It's not about belonging to my religion or your religion, or whether this is science and this is scripture. No, you have to first of all establish what is the criterion. What is the criterion for something to be the authority of all knowledge? So that will be established. That is already established by Srila Jiva Goswami in Tattva Sandarbha systematically. So, yes, Mataji, we'll just do that course. Mataji, Aditi Lata Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, what time? India time, US time, what time? Our time?
Morning 9:30, Mataji, 9:30 to 11, because I wanted to make it available. Actually, there are devotees joining from all parts of the world, from different parts. So I selected a time which will be available for everyone. Otherwise, the recordings are always there. But it's morning 9:30, Monday to Friday. It's a 10-session course, so 2 weeks. This course will be completed. So 9:30 to 11, Monday to Friday.
So I sent to a lot of devotees, Mataji, here. Everybody was complaining the same thing. There are working ladies. They're like, Mataji, we cannot join. I said, okay, I'll talk to her. Yeah, maybe they have to take a look at the recordings then.
Yeah, I mean, I just checked with 1 or 2 devotees, and they suggested that time, and then I thought, okay, I didn't really take a vote or anything. But one thing that was in my mind was both from India and here, and even
it's
those
very
who are
hard
in
to match the timings.
Right.
Yeah,
West Coast. Yeah, West Coast also. If I did it at this time, it's morning 6. They can still manage. So like that, I thought it's okay. That's how I decided that time.
Otherwise, you take a note.
No, Mataji,
Vote
that's the thing. I'll take a vote, but whether I do here or there, I'll have to sacrifice one group. So then, yeah. But the recordings will be there, and yeah, questions.
When are you starting?
We have time, 25th of November.
No, 25th.
But registration has started. It's a free course, but registration is not after. I think before, no?
I wanted to register, but I had some roadblocks there. But again, I will check. Something it was not allowing me to register. But anyway, I'll check. Maybe some issue from my end.
Is that
but
it's only for ladies. Maybe that's the thing. So at the first question, I believe it's asked, Are you a lady or not? Only if you're a lady,
She's
then
a
it will allow you
lady.
to go forward.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
but
what I'm
she's saying
saying.
that, yeah, but I didn't get any question like that. I just clicked, it took me to the registration page, and
Uh-huh.
then it gave me a barcode to scan with another phone. So I didn't had, yeah, something like that was giving. So I'll say,
So
yeah, but
you
anyway,
can
we can
check
talk
that.
offline. Yeah, no worries.
Yes, Mataji. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so we'll get back now. Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Now you are
So,
saying this.
yeah, I was saying that, right? Qualification. So, normally, women, Stri, Shudra, and Dvijabandhu, here Vaishyas, Krishna is saying,
Vaishya merchants.
Vaishyas also, they can also get perfection if they surrender to me, if they become my devotees, Krishna is saying. So, who these people don't have qualification to study Vedas. They can, but they can hear Puranas. Bhagavatam is Srimad Bhagavatam is a Purana, by the way.
Yeah.
Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam, which is the ripened fruit of all the Vedas. That is Srimad Bhagavatam, and
Yeah.
Bhagavatam is available for
Amala
everyone.
Purana, Amala Purana.
Amala Puranam, it's available for everyone. There's no bar, no restriction. So, but I'm saying from the perspective of the Mayavadi philosophers, because their sadhana is to study Vedanta. They study Vedanta all the time. And can you turn that off? So they study Vedanta all the time, and they look down. The point is, they look down upon those who cannot study Vedanta, and because the devotees are studying, Puranas, right? Devotees, Bhagavatam, we study Srimad Bhagavatam. So then they think they are lesser than them. You understand? Devotees are sentimentalists.
That's what I was telling just now.
Right.
Feelings will come.
Just like children, they like stories, because you tell them philosophy, they may not be able to understand high philosophy. They like to hear stories. Similarly, Bhagavatam is full of stories, Puranas are stories, and the devotees like to hear stories. That means they are of a lesser grade. They cannot discuss the tough, difficult philosophy that is given in Vedanta Sutras. We are the advanced ones because we discuss the philosophy.
Even persons like me, I may not understand. You know very well, that's why you know. But I might not, and I have to think twice, I have to read twice, then only I can understand. That is also not easy. It's not that easy.
Yeah. No, but here the point is, why Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya did not recognize Ramananda Rai. I'm saying that. Because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is a Mayavad philosopher, was a Mayavad philosopher. Even though he had met with Ramananda Rai before, he saw Ramananda Rai as a devotee, but the opinion of devotees that Mayavadis have of devotees is they're of lesser grade. They're not as advanced because they cannot
the way
discuss
he was telling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, no, you have to go there, you need to go there. Like that, he's insisting. He knows that he may or may not go.
No. Now, the thing is, he's realized after becoming a devotee, now he understands the position of Ramananda Rai.
Yeah,
going back and thinking about such an exalted devotee, I didn't recognize him. So, understanding his position, he's saying to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you must meet Ramananda Rai. So, that we read in the purport, that Prabhupada explained that at that time he didn't recognize, he didn't understand. Now recognizing, he's saying, no, you should don't think that he's a Vishayi, don't think that he's a Shudra, don't make that mistake, because he must have made that mistake in the past.
Yeah.
Tomara sangera yogya teho ekajan, prithvi te rasika bhakta nahi tara sama. So, tomara sangera yogya teho ekjan. Somebody who is as qualified as you in what? In rasika bhakta. Rasika bhakta means premi bhakta, right? Those who understand, one who understands the rasas, bhakti rasas, and who's not only understanding, who's relishing the various rasas in bhakti, right? Tomara Sangera Yogya, somebody who's as qualified as you in the bhakti rasas, such
Nahi
a
tar saman.
नहीं, उनके समान कोई नहीं है. Nobody is equal to Ramananda Rai.
Oh, okay,
पृथ्वीते
okay.
रसिका भक्त नाही तार सम. Nobody is equal to him in there's no Rasika Bhakta equal to Ramananda Rai on the end, on this whole earth.
Okay, okay. He's telling like that.
So Ramananda Rai is आपके टक्कर के हैं, right? He is as qualified as you, like that. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, Ramananda Rai is a fit person to associate with you. No other devotee can compare with him in knowledge of the transcendental mellows. Specifically, he is a Rasika Bhakta. He understands the rasas, transcendental mellows. So you should meet him. Panditya Ara Bhakti Rasa Duherate Ho Sama. Sorry, Seema. I have to put my glasses on. पांडित्य आर भक्ति रस दुहेरते हो सीमा संभाषिले जानिबे तुमी ताहारा महिमा. Panditya means in learning, in erudition, ara bhakti rasa, and also in his realization of the bhakti rasas, in panditya and in his bhakti rasa. Duhera teho sima, there's no limit to his knowledge and also to his bhakti, right? There's no limit. Duhera teho sima sambhashile janibe tumi. When you talk to him, then you will understand tahara mahima.
Sambhashile janibe tumi.
When you have a discussion, conversation with him, then you can understand what is his glory. Therefore, I want you to go and meet with him and talk with him.
Tanara mahima. Janile
Yes.
tumi tanara mahima.
Right. Panditya ara bhakti rasa duhera teho sima. You'll understand the limit of his knowledge and his bhakti only when you talk to him. Then you'll understand his glory. He is a most learned scholar as well as an expert in devotional mellows. Actually, he is most exalted. And if you talk with him, you will see how glorious he is. अलौकिक वाक्य चेष्टा तारा न बुझिया परिहास कोरिया छी तारे वैष्णव बोलिया. Alaukika Vakya. Loka means this world, material world. Alaukika, that means transcendental. Alaukika Vakya, words. Cheshta, activities. Tara, na bujhiya. You cannot understand, you cannot comprehend his transcendental statements and his transcendental activities, behavior. They're completely transcendental. It's not possible to understand. Parihasa Koriachi Tare Vaishnava Bolia. Parihasa Koriachi. In the past, I made fun of him by calling him Vaishnava. That means I called him Vaishnava, like in a funny way, like something. He's actually a great Vaishnava, but oh, you Vaishnava, you Vaishnava. Yeah, teasing, exactly, like teasing. Parihasa Koriachi Tare Vaishnava Bolia. Alaukika Vakya Cheshta, because his words and his behavior was completely different from this world's activities. So I used to make fun of him, calling him, oh, Vaishnava, like you're not of this world, like that. I could not realize when I first spoke with Ramananda Rai that his topics and endeavors were all transcendentally uncommon. I made fun of him simply because he was a Vaishnava. Purport. Anyone who is not a Vaishnava or an unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Lord must be a materialist. See, such a strong statement. There is no in between. Either you're a devotee or you're a materialist.
Yeah.
Anyone who is not a Vaishnava, and Vaishnava means what? It's not just cheap that, okay, I'm chanting 16 rounds, so I'm a Vaishnava. No. A Vaishnava means an unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Lord, right? No other desire, 24 hours completely engaged in the service of the Lord. Anyone who is not that's why when someone said, Prabhupada, you're a Vaishnava, I forget when and where. So he said, oh, Vaishnava is a very big thing. It's a very big one. Prabhupada is saying, Now, who are we? You tell me. And he's saying, so, but we are all aspiring
That's
to
all.
be Vaishnavas, like that. So, anyone who is not a Vaishnava or an unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Lord must be a materialist. A Vaishnava living according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's injunction. See, Prabhupada is only saying here. A Vaishnava living according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's injunctions is certainly not on the materialistic platform. If you're actually living according to Prabhu's injunctions, you're not on the material platform. Now, by looking at our consciousness, we can find out, am I on the material platform or am I on the spiritual platform? Right? Like the thermometer tells you what is your fever, the temperature tells you what is your fever. So my consciousness will tell me whether I'm a bhakta or a materialist, right? Am I constantly endeavoring or meditating on Krishna 24 hours a day? Is that, or is my mind pulled towards this and that, and my activities are there times in the day when I'm not even thinking or chanting or doing any service for Krishna? If there are such spots in the day, then I'm not a pure devotee. So anyway, so a Vaishnava living according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's injunctions is certainly not on the materialistic platform. Chaitanya means spiritual force. All of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities were carried out on the platform of spiritual understanding. See, all his activities were on the platform of spiritual understanding. These are all very profound statements. That means when I do any activity, even it may be externally, it may appear like I'm doing activity with my body. For example, we have to maintain this body, we take bath, right? And things like that. We are walking. But what is the consciousness at every moment? That has to be seen. Even while doing external activities with this body, the consciousness is always that I'm a servant of the Supreme Lord. I am not somebody's wife. I am not somebody's mother. I am not, somebody's employee. I'm not of this world. I'm not this body. I'm a servant of Krishna. This is the platform. Now, Mahaprabhu's activities is the Supreme Lord himself. All of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities were carried out on the platform of spiritual understanding. Therefore, only those who are on the spiritual platform are able to understand the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like we were reading, I think yesterday, in the Bhagavatam verse, that somebody who is himself under the control of Maya will think that Krishna's activities are also under the control of Maya. And if you take it the other way around, someone who is liberated from this Maya will be able to understand that the Lord's activities are also not under Maya. They are also on the liberated platform. They are not on the material platform. So only someone who is himself a liberated person, who is himself a pure devotee, will be able to recognize the pure devotion, the position, right, of the Supreme Lord's activities and also of the activities of other Vaishnavas. Ordinary people cannot tell. Ordinary meaning those who are not pure devotees, they cannot tell. They cannot differentiate. So Mahaprabhu's activities are on the platform of spiritual understanding. Therefore, only those who are on the spiritual platform are able to understand the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Materialistic persons cannot understand these activities and are generally known as karmis or gyanis. See, even gyanis are called as materialistic persons only. Gyanis who have given up all their activities in this world, right? Nishkama Karma Yoga. They are working but without any attachment, tolerating all pains, and whatever result you get, offer it to the Lord. And finally, you give up all that work and enter into Jnana Marga, and you're following severe Jnana sadhanas, and ultimately you're realizing the absolute truth as Brahman, and side by side, they're also doing bhakti. In spite of all this, they are called as materialists. So, pure devotees, you cannot
the next
compare
line
anyone
they are
with pure
telling very
devotees.
good. The next line is explaining that.
Right. So,
the jnanis are material speculators who simply try to understand What is spirit and what is matter?
Yes. Materialistic persons cannot understand these activities and are generally known as karmis or gyanis. The gyanis are mental speculators who simply try to understand what is spirit and what is matter. Their process is neti neti. That means this is not spirit, this is not, this is not, this is not. So everything in this world is mithya, false. This is not spirit, this is
Neti
not
neti
spirit.
means?
Not this, not this. Na iti, na iti.
Naiti. Okay.
That means they go like in Sankhya. Remember, we were saying again in this section only, we were discussing Lord Krishna. According to Sankhya philosophy, he lived in his grihastha ashram with detachment and knowledge. We are reading in the Bhagavatam class. So in Sankhya philosophy, what you do is you study each element. You break down everything that you see. So you see one nice rasgulla and you won't see, oh, this is sweet rasgulla and it is nice, I want to
How
eat.
it
No.
is made?
What is it composed of inside? What is
Composed.
there? It is just earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is matter. So you
Oh.
lose that attachment to enjoy by seeing that anything they see, they try to see it. So then finally they say, oh, this anything in this world, this is not real, this is not real, this is not neti, 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 neti. This is not it. Like that.
Recently, I got that feeling, Mataji. There was a sloka. Krishna says, I am in water, I am in air, everything. That sloka, I don't know, I forgot. So ever since I had that, whenever I drink water, oh, I am drinking, Krishna is in this water. I don't know, I get that feeling. I don't know why. That only word I remember.
Rasoham apsu kaunteya.
Ah.
Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoho.
Sloka, I don't remember that. He says, I am in water. That's why whenever I drink water, Krishna is in this water.
That is Krishna consciousness.
I don't know what consciousness, yes. I don't know. That feeling I said, I got. Anyway.
You got. Yeah. So Gyanis are mental speculators who simply try to understand what is spirit and what is matter. So they'll see everything, they say, this is not spirit, this is not spirit, this is not spirit, this is not spirit. So that which is not spirit, reject, reject, reject. Right? Their process is neti neti. This is not spirit, this is not Brahman. The Gyanis are a little more advanced than the dull-headed karmis who are simply interested in sense gratification. Right? Karmis are compared to what? To asses, muda. That means they work hard, and then after working hard, you get the result, and with that result, I will enjoy life. That's all. You cannot think beyond that. Gyanis are little more advanced because they're able to see after, oh, I don't want, because this result is after all temporary. I get some result, I spend it, it is finished. Right? I want permanent happiness. So for now, they undergo some pain, give up the result, tolerate the pain, because ultimately I'll get, Brahmananda. So they're a little more advanced than karmis. The Gyanis are a little more advanced than the dull-headed karmis who are simply interested in sense gratification. Before becoming a Vaishnava, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a mental speculator Gyani, and being such, he always cut jokes with Vaishnavas. A Vaishnava never agrees with the speculative system of the Gyanis. Both the Gyanis and Karmis depend on direct sense perception for their imperfect knowledge. Again, this point we're going to discuss in that Shastra Pramana course.
Oh.
Yes. A Vaishnava never agrees with the speculative system of the Gyanis. Both the Gyanis and Karmis depend on direct sense perception for their imperfect knowledge. That means I'll tell you in gist. So the knowledge that you get through direct sense perception, through your senses, whatever knowledge you're getting, it is imperfect. Or at least it is not always perfect. You cannot be certain that it is always, you cannot put your faith in that knowledge. Why it is so, that has to be discussed elaborately. For that, you come to the course. So a Vaishnava will not agree. A Vaishnava never agrees with the speculative system of the Gyanis. Both the Gyanis and Karmis depend on direct sense perception for their imperfect knowledge. The Karmis never agree to accept anything not directly. Now, on the contrary, Vaishnava will not accept that which is imperfect, and the Karmi will only accept that which he is able to perceive directly. Can you show me God? Only if you show me, then I will accept God. We'll say, here he is on the altar. No, no, I want to see him walking, talking to me. But what about your qualification? That, no. So karmis,
For
they
everybody, he
will,
won't give darshan.
yeah, why
You
he has
have
to
to be
give?
perfectly have that idea and realize that thing. Where is God and what is God? Then only you will get that chance to.
Can you get darshan of the President of the United States whenever you want? Or anytime? Can you just say that, oh, I want, and he should come and show himself to me? Then President of one country, what to speak of God, right? He should give, yes, Mataji, Aditi Lata Mataji.
Mataji, remember, if you remember, I have been eternally discussing this with you and telling you this. This is, of course, we know that this is a special mercy of Krishna. I mean, if we, like if I, as low as me, if I get, if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes to me, if I see him and he explains to me, I will also become pure devotee. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, because he had pious, he had piety and all those things, obviously, because of his sadhana and all, whatever he did from his previous life, he got that benefit of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to him and explaining to him, and therefore he immediately turned. So I can say anyone in this world, material world, even the lowest of the human being, if Krishna comes, what human being, even Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted the dogs also. So they also became Vaishnava. We know the story, right? So listening to him, listening to his kirtan. So we all would become, if we just get special mercy. Now I know your answer. So for that, we have to do sadhana bhakti properly. So Krishna, looks at us and gives us his mercy.
But how you'll do sadhana bhakti? You have to go back further.
Then, of course, devotees mercy. We got that. Yeah. So
that's the key for us. Yes.
System. But it is so the moment I hear this discussion, I start, feeling that if Krishna comes to me and tells me, believe me, that is of course, for that, Prabhupada also used to get darshan of Krishna and instruction of Krishna, but because he was in that level, so we have to endeavor. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Just one thing about Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Well, he said, by some pious activity, I don't know by what pious activity I got this fortune. He said like that. And even Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says this in Madhurya Kadambini. We will also do a course in Madhurya Kadambini now, sometime after this. But there, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that the mercy of the devotee, that is the good fortune. And that good fortune does not come because of past pious activity, not because of anything. No, there's no reason for that. The only reason is the free will, the desire of, not even the Supreme Lord.
Desire.
Of the devotee. No, not the person getting it, the one who's giving it.
Giving it also.
Also no, only. Only the devotee who's giving that, like let's say Prabhupada's mercy. It's solely, he's the only proprietor, right, who can give it. It's not that Krishna in his heart is guiding him, go give mercy to this person. No, it's not like that. On the contrary, because Prabhupada wants to give his mercy, now Krishna's mercy will follow Prabhupada's mercy. That's how much Krishna loves his devotee. That when a devotee comes to that level of completely surrendering himself to Krishna and becoming his pure devotee, now wherever that devotee wants to give Krishna's mercy will follow. But it's not that Krishna is guiding him, oh, go to that devotee and go to that person and give him mercy. No, Krishna is not guiding. The devotee is deciding, I want to give mercy to this person, to this person. And when the devotee decides, then it's like you have an envelope, and inside the envelope is something. So the envelope is the devotee's mercy. When you get the devotee's mercy, inside that is Krishna's mercy. Not first you have to get devotee's mercy, and within that mercy you'll have Krishna's mercy. Not that first you get Krishna's mercy. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, of course, it's not just what we see in one lifetime. We could have gotten that mercy in the past lifetime, and then because of some offenses we went away. But our bhakti already started in the past life. That is quite possible. Now, again, when we take birth, that past bhakti, it had started already, and you just pick up very quickly.
Oh, okay.
But the very first time, because remember, I was telling you in the Bhagavatam class, since Anadi, we've been taking birth and dying again and again, going into Karanodakshaya Vishnu, coming out, going into, again, this goes on. When will this stop? Only when the devotee gives you mercy, or a Jnani gives mercy. If you come in touch with a Jnani, then you'll go to Jnana Marga. If you come in the association of a devotee of Krishna, you'll come to this path. You come in the association of a Sri Vaishnava, you'll go to that path. It depends on which sadhu you come in association with. That's the path you're going to take. And then you'll go further, trying to reach the absolute truth. But until and unless you come in contact with a sadhu, you will repeatedly just continue life after life after life after life. You don't know for how long. So this mercy is the
But
key.
one thing, Mataji, past life, I don't know what happened to me. But since 84, I'm here. 84, I used to go to the temple, Krishna temple in Denver. I used to do the, cooking and other service and singing, bhajans and everything. But I didn't get this kind of, this thing. I didn't have any guru at that time. But
Yeah.
I was there, I was devotees, everybody I know, even today I know there's devotees there in the temple in Denver. But why I didn't get, I don't know.
The
But
type
after
of
I came here
association.
only, my daughter started doing, and she has a guru. I said, oh, she has guru. I think my age also I should have. But I didn't do that much work also.
Right.
Automatically, that guru gave me initiation.
Mercy.
And then the second one also, I didn't expect that. I had second initiation.
Yeah.
So, and then every day I'm going through Bhagavatam class and this class, that class, all the classes. How much I'm getting, I'm trying my best to get it. But
Yeah.
the time I'm saying,
Yeah.
from 84 to this time,
The
I
type
was
of
not this serious
association.
at that time. Huh?
No, the type of association that you get, the type mercy also, I told you, if you come in the association of a Jnani, then you'll get that much only. Or if you come in the association of, a mixed devotee who's not a pure devotee, then that's that much only we will do. But if you get mercy from, so it depends on the power of that devotee. So initially you may get from someone, but then you get something higher, then, by their power, you're pulled up. That also happens.
That is
It's a journey.
amazing that from till now, how come I didn't get such long 84? Where is 84 and where is this 2024? So that's what I'm saying, that guru and then association. Yeah. I had devotee association all the time. But guru, I don't know. I had to go to guru, I don't know.
Right. This one more point before I end. First associate, so that you'll get this complete picture. First, you turn to Krishna by the mercy of a devotee. But it's not that when you get the mercy, immediately you surrender to Krishna and you get a guru immediately. No. Adau Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangha. Adau is that first Sadhu Sangha, the devotee who is giving mercy, because of which now you turn to bhakti. That is Adau. And at that time you have faith, but very Komala Shraddha. Your faith is not really strong. Then what you do, he will give mercy, that devotee, and other devotees also can give mercy. And they give you instructions, right? How you should progress in bhakti. Rise in the morning, do Mangalarti, chant Hare Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and you start following that, attending Bhagavatam classes, getting your doubts answered, right? Questions answered in your heart. And by this, what is happening? Your faith in bhakti and in Krishna is getting
It increases.
stronger and stronger. From Komala Shraddha, eventually it will come to Drida Shraddha. So there is some time there until that Komala Shraddha turns into Drida Shraddha. Meanwhile, you are hearing in the from Bhakti Shastras in the association of devotees, you are rendering some service, you are chanting Hare Krishna, and also whatever work you are doing, the result of that work is offered to Krishna with love. Like this, all this is done. And then during this time, after you get the mercy of a devotee, now you need a guru, right? Why everyone doesn't get the same type of guru? You can get this question also. Everyone is chanting, but different devotees get different types of gurus. There it is said that depending on your sincerity, if you are a sincere person, Krishna will send you to a guru,
Particular guru.
according to you, according to your sincerity. But if you are a kapata means there's duplicity is there.
Duplicity,
In your bhakti, I'm saying, in your bhakti, that means I'm doing this bhakti to get some material result or whatever, like that. If your intention is not, your purpose of bhakti is not sincere, not pure, you will get a guru like that only.
Yeah.
That is also said. So first mercy that you get, that is by the mercy of the devotee. And then the guru that you get, that is by Krishna's mercy. And how Krishna will give you? Ye yathamam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamyaham. As one approaches me, I reward him accordingly. If you approach Krishna very sincerely, then he will bring you to, like Mataji, you're saying, since 84, but now he brought you, isn't it? Now he got so quickly. Initiation first, second.
I didn't expect
all day
all
long.
that.
All day long now you're engaged in hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, services in the temple. So Krishna is arranging. So if we are sincere, Krishna will arrange. So all we have to do from our side is try to be sincere. So like
that's it. This story, this itself is in my life. Whole thing happened like that.
Right. Let's see if this purport is too big. We can keep it for tomorrow. It's already 7 o'clock, right? I think. Or I'll just read it. One paragraph.
It's not big, Mataji.
Yeah, I'll just finish this. So we said that if they're not devotees, whether they're karmis or gyanis, they are all considered as Vishay materialists only. Then the Vaishnavas do not follow the process of acquiring knowledge by direct sense perception. Karmis will say that they will only accept that knowledge which is coming through direct sense perception. They never accept anything which is not directly perceived. However, the Vaishnavas, the unalloyed devotees of the Lord, do not follow the process of acquiring knowledge by direct sense perception or mental speculation, right? Because they are servants of the Supreme Lord, devotees receive knowledge directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead as he speaks it in the Bhagavad Gita, or sometimes as he imparts from within as the Chaitya Guru. As Lord Krishna, again, Chaitya Guru, who Krishna gives this to, that's also important. That is Chaitya Guru that will work for these devotees. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purukam. Satatam means what? 24/7. They are engaged in doing what? Bhajan, priti purvakam, with love. To them, dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayantite. I'll give. That means Krishna is personally guiding them. You do like this, you do like this. He's guiding them. It's not that before that we don't get, before that also we get, but it's not Krishna speaking directly, personally, but Krishna is there in the form of Krishna Bhavana, in the form of Krishna consciousness. He's there. You experience. But after, right, when you come to this stage, and even then also, after a certain stage, then Krishna is personally in your heart and he's speaking to you and guiding you and telling you.
Oh, when will that happen, Mataji, for me?
When
I want that.
Krishna shows his mercy, it will have, yeah, that you keep your fire going, that desire, don't let it, go out. You just make that desire stronger.
I want him
and
to be.
stronger.
But Paramatma is in our heart.
Of course. So
but
if
he has to force me to guide me like that.
To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. The Vedas are considered to have been spoken by the Supreme Lord. They were first realized by Brahma, who is the first created being within the universe. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. Our process is to receive knowledge through the Parampara system from Krishna to Brahma, to Narada, Vyasa, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the 6 Goswamis. By disciplic succession, Lord Brahma was enlightened from within by the original person Krishna. Our knowledge is fully perfect due to being handed from master to disciple. A Vaishnava is always engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, and thus neither karmis nor jnanis can understand the activities of a Vaishnava. Because he's engaged in transcendental, that means beyond what is happening in this world. So karmis, jnanis cannot understand. It is said, Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vigyeha na bujhai. Even the most learned man, depending on direct perception of knowledge, cannot understand the activities of a Vaishnava. After being initiated into Vaishnavism by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya realized what a mistake he had made in trying to understand Ramananda Rai, who was very learned and whose endeavors were all directed to rendering transcendental loving service to the Lord. Now he is realizing.
Now he is realizing.
Yeah. So I will end that. One short story, very short. Okay, I won't take too long. I think I told this before also. There was one person who wanted to know what gold looks like. So he heard that one building, in one building there is this gold kept. So he went there. But the fact was the whole building itself was made of gold. The doors, the walls, the floor, the stairs, everything was gold. But he wanted to see what is gold. He asked the person at the door, where is it? He said, go like this, climb the stairs, turn left, third room, open the door. On the table, you will find gold. So he walked and he went finally and he saw on the table, oh, this is gold, right? And then now he's coming back and he saw, everything is gold. When he first went, he didn't know what gold was. He just went casually. But after understanding what is gold, now he's saying, everything is gold. This whole house is gold. Like that, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, when he first saw Ramananda, he didn't understand. Now, after knowing what is pure devotional service, now he recognizes what an exalted devotee Ramananda
And he is
is.
telling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you
should
must go and visit him.
Right. Because, he's qualified to talk with you. When you talk to him, then you'll understand his glories. So we'll stop there. Thank you all so much for staying.
Thank you very much,
longer.
Very nice story, Mataji. Very nice.
Very nice story.
Thank you.
I also heard in a Bhagavatam class long time ago, maybe 23 years ago, one Prabhuji had said in Bhagavatam class. But it had such an impression, it just stayed.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila
Thank
Prabhupada ki.
you.
Vaishnavebhyo namo namo.